Oh well, we live. Mm. I can't stand the rain against my window. It's like, no, I'm playing. All right, I'm trying to do this before anybody try to hop on here. I was gonna do it in my story, but I didn't want to for it to be long. So this morning I had a dream about my crush. Woke me up at like 4:25 this morning, and in the dream, we're like in an open space or whatever, and she's in the dream, and I begin to get like really playful in the dream, and um and to the point where, as the dream goes on towards the end, we're almost playing like this game of tag, right? And the last thing that she says before it just behooves me and brings me out the dream, and she says something along the lines of, that's why you've never had a secret crush, or you never been able to keep your crush a secret. And it like brought me so like it stopped me so much so that it completely brought me out of the dream. And I thought this was, I mean, for me, in my church we talk about how important dreams are, and I rarely ever dream, or when I do dream, it don't make no sense. It's foolery. It's because I ate that pizza last night and I ate late. And so I think this one was crucial because um I feel like it was a reflection of like my emotions. And I feel like when it comes to crushes, that, and I thought about like this message that I saw Jackie Hill post a long time ago about, um when we're with our crushes, we need to pray and ask God to have us to have the emotional balance to treat them like a brother and sister in Christ. And I felt like this was something that I feel like I have dealt with since my childhood. And I think, when we're children, we have these feelings towards people. We have these strong, emotional feelings towards people, and we get in little relationships and we play house. And some of us may have even gotten into sexual promiscuity at very young ages. I'm talking like kindergarten, first grade, second grade, and we have these feelings, which I believe that they're very normal for people. But the problem comes in is that when we get older and we don't learn how to effectively communicate and be like, hey, I like you, or hey, can I get your number? Hey, can I get to know you? I think it's easy to stay in that place of the crushing, and in that place of like emotional feeling, because I think it feels good, it's comfortable. But what happens is that can be very dangerous when we don't begin to set boundaries about our feelings and about our emotions, and then it leaves us in a place of where we get easily hurt. Um, and so I think that's where I am now being 25, almost 26, and really never having to be in a full, healthy relationship. And, having the fear of being rejected, having the fear of pursuing a female is just like causes me very much anxiety. And it's so much safer to just have these feelings down on the inside, almost like an emotional high or an emotional masturbation, of just being able to just have these feelings, and then, but with that, we start to behave in a certain way. We have a certain attitude towards the individual, and sometimes getting involved, or being with that person, you'll start to think that you're in a so-called relationship in your mind, and in all actuality, that person does not see you in that way. They're just friendly. They're just showing you as a friend, and so then it leaves us in a place of hurt. And then I think a lot of people, with men, particularly. People who don't handle rejection well, or who don't have responsible for their feelings and their emotions and set those boundaries, will take, will touch, will take, will rape, will molest, will do things crossing boundaries, because they particularly don't have the boundaries set for themselves, and unable to not deal with the no or deal with the rejection, they take. And I think we see that very prevalent with the Me Too movement and everything that's going on. People just not knowing where to can't keep their hands to themselves, and don't understand that no is no. Looking at no as a maybe, and maybe as yes. And so, um, that was my dream this morning. I think it came straight from the throne room of just really, um, understanding of what to do with these feelings that we have. I think these feelings are genuine. I think we as human beings, we desire to be in relationships with people, but I think there's also a responsibility that we have to ourselves to take a responsibility of our emotions and being like, yes, I have this feeling, and then being able to effectively communicate this feeling to a particular person, and being okay that they may not feel the same way, or maybe they do feel the same way. You just haven't communicated it. And I think there's a thing that we do in nursing where we say that if it wasn't documented, then it didn't happen. And I'm going to say the same thing in this situation, is that if you didn't talk about it, then it's not in my mind, it's not in my heart to know. They don't know. If it's not talked about, they don't know. And I think another thing too is having a sense of understanding when you communicate. When you communicate to them about your feelings, and make sure that it's an equal understanding of what you said. I had a friend one time, this is not connected to relationships, but she was just like, I'm taking a break from Christianity. And that was her letting us know that she like completely was taking a literal break from the entire faith, period. And it was confusing for us in our friendship, in our group friends, because it was like it was confusing because she had like similar experience like this before, where it was like, okay, a low time, but like she had like rolled out. And so it's just like in our minds, we didn't take it as seriously, or didn't see it as a major thing, because not having a sense of level of understanding about what was being said. So I think just being able to communicate, being responsible for our emotions, setting those boundaries, and as like Jackie Hill said, saying the prayer of, God, I have these feelings for this girl, or if you're a female, I have these feelings for this dude. God, help me to get some self-control and control these feelings, and either express it when it needs to be expressed, or be able to hold on to it and treat this person like they, a regular smegular person on the street, or a brother and sister in Christ, or how we're supposed to treat them as the image of God, and the respect that is due to them, to their bodies, to their emotions, to their mental status, to their soul, to their inward person, and just having a respect for not only yourself but a respect for them. Yeah, that's it. See, thank God I didn't put this in the story, because y'all would have just been oh, what happened? Anyway, y'all, bye. I don't know how to fix it. All right, bye. Love y'all. Peace.